Columbus is like a person who has survived this apocalypse through like his own logic rather than, you know, kind of like brute strength or luck. He's somebody who has like had, you know, he's like, you know, like what would like an average person do if they were thrown into this world? Like they would try to kind of, you know, if they're like, you know, like a smart, nervous, humble person, they would try to reason their way through it. And so that's what he's done. So, you know, all of his kind of like OCD and his you know, intense planning and attention to detail has allowed him to survive through this list of rules that he's created. So it's like, you know, he's like, I would say like he's an unlikely survivor of this world. But then, you know, as you learn about him, you realize, oh, this is like a kind of guy who might actually make it. So Abby's character meets this young guy who she is like attracted to, and they're heading to this kind of commune, Babylon, which is in, coincidentally, Atlanta. And so they're on the road to, and so we're kind of trying to follow them to find them because we hear about this new threat of like what we call like T-800 zombies, these like, you know, kind of like more evolved zombies that are more dangerous. And so we decide to go get her. And that turns into kind of like its own road trip. We wind up at this like kitschy Elvis hotel. And then there's this other like really great scene, like, because we're constantly trying to find a new car because we're driving this van that Woody is ashamed of. So we're constantly trying to find a new car. So we have like a fight over an RV with zombies, and we screw that up. And then we have a fight with these two like doppelganger characters over and we try to get their monster truck, and Woody can't drive that. So there's this kind of like comic repetition of us trying to find a car and constantly being stuck with this like mom van. The best sequence in the movie is that is when these two guys show up who are like doppelgangers of, you know, Columbus and Tallahasse. And so Columbus's guy is like superior in all ways, including that he has a list of commandments that are like they're far better and like more thoughtful than my rules. Like my first rule is cardio, and that's his like 29th commandment. And it's not cardio, it's cardiovascular like fitness, like it's a more like holistic approach to activity. And so like he just has like a superior, more well-reasoned list, and they're called commandments. They're more authoritative, and even like the graphics of his commandments are better than the graphics of my rules, which are kind of simple. And it's in my opinion, it's like the best sequence of the movie because it's like it's short-lived and contained, and it's so unbelievably creative.
Hey, stay with me for more on comedy movies. Now, Animal House is one of the most famous comedies of all time and was responsible for making John Belushi a star. The original script, however, was about cult leader Charles Manson in high school and was titled, wait for it, Laser Orgy Girls. Now, do you like my t-shirt? You can get one too. The link is in the description.